Afternoon, everybody. Aaron J's fan here, man. Bring you, it's all about the pop episode 22, I believe. Yes, 22. Yes, I've been doing the show for about past 2 weeks, past 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm here now. So I'm glad you're here with me. Just making sure. So on this show, well, I invite someone. Where is he? If he wants to come on. No, not this. If you want to come on, I have a friend on. Hey Pat, man, I'm actually inviting I'm trying to invite Anakin on. If you want to come on, I actually sent him a link because I think I promised to talk to him. And so that's why I'm putting my headset. Or that's my friend Throwback. I was on a show yesterday and Tuesday. And I think I sent Anakin a DM. And I get about this stupid thing. And okay, yeah, so I did invite Anakin. Let me just make sure. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Okay. Hopefully it comes on. So this is a pop culture show, man. So yeah, okay. Oh yeah. The stuff what we talked about last night, man. Like baby wrestling, Alexis Pig, Larry Steve. Disney stuff. It was fun. And so it's a pop culture show. If I sent a link to Anakin, if he can't come on, I'll send a link to other people. Maybe I'll send one into here. I'll send a link in here. Anybody wants to come on from here, they're allowed in. They're allowed deaf. Baby wrestling, baby death match wrestling. Hopefully he comes on, Anakin. So yeah. What was my topics? Oh yeah, we got a lot of topics to talk about. Let's see. Eternals. That trailer dropped Monday. Disney to buy DC, and why am I? This is not true. This is BS. My thoughts on Army of the Dead. Pooper Tome. Army of the Dead. I watched that movie. Uncharted Pics. And my thoughts. There is a talk about God of War movie, but Sony denies making a God of War movie. Superman and the Batman animated shows are happening. Batgirl movie. Powerpuff Girl problems and new pilot being written and the leaks. Kraven has been announced with Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven the Hunter. And then we'll talk about the Pattison deal with Warner Brothers. And there's some other stuff I'll get to. And hey, Sir Nurla, glad you're here. So what should I start with? Okay. Let's start with the Marvel stuff. So the Marvel stuff. Hey Eddie, the Marvel stuff includes Aaron Taylor Johnson's Kraven the Hunter. Yes, that's Sony and Marvel is owned by Disney, but I'm doing Marvel I'm not thinking of Disney Marvel. I'm thinking Marvel in general. So that and Eternals. So okay, we'll get to the news yesterday. Yeah, and there's Sonic stuff today. I'll talk about that. And okay, so yesterday I was oh yeah, Master and None, Brian on Master and None show. I was listening to it with Eddie's on it, RJ, and RJ broke the news that Aaron Taylor Johnson was gonna be cast as Kraven the Hunter in the future Sony movies that I guess have the Spideyverse in it. And if you remember, Aaron Taylor Johnson was the one who played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron, Avengers Age of Ultron. And yeah, so people are gonna be, oh, this is awkward. This is awkward because that's Spider-Man, and I don't know. Apparently, it's connected to the Spider-Man verse with Tom Holland, and it's gonna be very awkward because that's connected to the MCU in a way, right? And apparently, Sony was looking at different actors to portray Kraven. One of them was Brad Pitt. I mean, I said Brad Pitt could make a Hobgoblin or something like that. The other is there was rumors about this for months now. Keanu Reeves. There was talk about Keanu Reeves. I also think what's his name? Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington, I think that's his name. And Adam Driver, Kylo Ren. Yeah, he's a very good actor. I heard some people have issues with it because he doesn't fit Kraven the Hunter's profile. Because if you know Kraven the Hunter, he's his ethnic, where he's from. He's from Africa. He's the accent, stuff like that. Because in Aaron Taylor Johnson, he's a white guy, right? And doesn't look anything like Kraven the Hunter, or he's. But you gotta understand, man. He's a good actor, and a lot of actors have to develop an accent for the role. They learn the accent. It's been happening for years and years. I mean, Henry Cavill had to talk like an American for Superman. You think? But this is a good role. I know some people are like, oh, this is bad. This is going to suck. I mean, like, guys, he was just cast yesterday. Don't relax. Relax, people. He was just cast. He's a good actor. I think he got nominated in awards for what movie was it called? Nightcrawler? No, was it Nightcrawler? No. That movie had Jake Gyllenhaal in it. I forget what it's called. If you remember that movie, tell me in the comments because I forgot the name. But he got very high acclaim for that movie. And this is a multi-year deal, man. He's gonna be in more movies, and eventually they're gonna have a crossover, Kraven the Hunter and Tom Holland's Spider-Man. That's gonna happen. That's destined to happen. And maybe he'll join the MCU. I don't know. So really, guys, who really cares? Like, Keanu Reeves? Here's the thing about Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, at best, is a social actor. He's a social actor. He's not particularly a great actor. The roles he's been in lately, like John Wick, he's very good at. There's some he's improved over the years, but he's not exactly a Golden Globe, Oscar award-winning actor. Where Brad Pitt, on the other hand, is like that. Adam Driver is. This is a good move, guys. Like, maybe, you know what? I don't know if it's a good move or a bad move. We'll see. We'll see how they once the movie's filmed. We'll see the trailers. We'll watch it. And we'll judge by ourselves. But don't judge right away just based on him being cast. Him being cast just yesterday. Just yesterday, it was just announced. Guys, how did you feel about Henry Cavill being cast as Superman and Steel? Oh, that's right, he's British. A lot of people wanted probably an American to be Superman. But they go for someone from the UK to be Superman. And look at it, he's done amazing. So we have to go. I know they're gonna have some people say, "Oh, there should have been something from the ethnic background of background that Kraven the Hunter is like an ethnic background like that." Be like, you know what that is? That's kind of rogue right there. Who cares, really, man? Yeah, man, like, true. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Starting out, Heath Ledger's Joker. When he was cast, there was so much backlash against Heath Ledger being cast as Joker. All they saw was this guy from The Knight's Tale, Casanova, the Grimm Brothers Grimm. This heartthrob. Basically, he was a heartthrob. And then he got cast as the Joker in The Dark Knight, the sequel to Batman Begins, and he nailed it. Nailed the role. Here's the best thing about that whole trilogy. Not just that movie, the whole freaking trilogy. That Joker was the best thing. Heath Ledger's Joker. And if you look at Aaron Taylor Johnson's roles in the past, he's a very tremendous actor, very good actor. It's not like we're getting somebody's like, we're not getting Schwarzenegger here or Stallone here. Like, Schwarzenegger was an action star, but Schwarzenegger's not a good actor if you think about it. Yeah, a nice tale, yeah. I mean, Stallone's a better actor than Schwarzenegger. I'll take there. Look, and guys, if you worry about him balking up, don't worry, he'll bulk up for the role. He's done it before. Man, I mean, even Brie Larson a little bit bulked up for her role as Captain Marvel. Gal Gadot, yeah, she's skinny still, but she's did some exercise. She did some training for her role of Wonder Woman. Laura Croft, Alicia Vikander. Yeah, that's her name. She bulked up. She put on some muscle for the role of Laura Croft. And yeah, I'm talking females here. But if you see the pictures of her when she was in the gym working out so she could do Laura Croft, yeah, actors and actresses bulk up for certain roles. Especially roles that have a lot of cardio involved. As superhero movies have a lot of cardio involved. A lot of fighting and cardio involved. So don't worry, guys. Don't worry about him bulking up because he's done it before and he'll... So let's not worry, guys. You know what? I'm gonna invite some more people. Let's see. I'll start a new message. I'll just fight these three. You know what? Hans. I like Hans. Okay. So and Knight's Tale was a good movie. Knight's Tale was a good movie. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's they get into shape for different roles and they lose weight for different roles. I mean, Christian Bale deliberately got overweight for a role in the past. They do it. Like actors and actresses will change their body image for certain roles. Some will dye their hair for certain roles. Like Emma Stone. She's a natural redhead. She dyed her hair blonde for Gwen Stacy in Amazing Spider-Man. And look, maybe he'll be a bad Kraven Hunter. Maybe he'll be a good Kraven Hunter. We'll see. We'll see we'll see. I don't know. What 2023? They're projected this movie to come out 2023. So what? 2 years? Come on. He was just cast. I remember when that actress Phoebe Waller, whatever her name was cast for Indiana Jones, and there was an outrage from a certain group, and I'm like, I know because she's very feminist. I know that. Okay, from a certain group, they're having a field day with her, and I'm like, guys, we don't know what role she's playing in the movie either. We don't know. Like, we know that Aaron Taylor Johnson's playing Kraven Hunter, but we don't know what role this woman's playing in the Indiana Jones movie. We don't know. She could be playing a villain, a granddaughter, a daughter, an archaeological student, a protege, a pupil of Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones takes under his ring. We don't know what role she's gonna be. And one thing, that Brie Larson stream, I watched that stream on Saturday. It really got bad there. I don't know yet, cause with Mysterio, I think I would have thought Mysterio would be one of the original Sinister Six, but I guess not. We got Vulture. We know he's gonna be in Morbius. We know there's Scorpion. He's not exactly Scorpion, but the guy who becomes Scorpions in that universe. We know the guy who plays Shocker. Shocker's there, so that's potentially 3. We need maybe Dr. Octopus from this version, from Alpha Molina's Dr. Octopus. I don't know about Electro, possibly, because maybe in the future. I would like to see Sinister Six. I like Sony to go back to the Sinister Six road, because we know Amazing Spider-Man 2, they teased Sinister Six, right? With the Rhino finally getting that the Rhino like was not exactly the Rhino like costume from the comics and the video games, but and we know in that room, and then we know there's we know there's the 4 octopus legs there, and we know there's some other inventions in Oscorp deep in that facility, deep in Oscorp facility. That if you know the Rogue Gallery villains of Spider-Man, they relate to them. So it's quite possible. I mean, I would like. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Thank you. Yeah. They got triggered by her so easily. But who else? We know the Prowler. We know the tankers in the Spider-Man universe. I think it's a tanker. Well, I think they might lead up. I don't think it this Alfred Molina's Doctor Octopus. It's gonna be in a Sinister Six. Maybe a one-time thing. I don't think that Electro, Jamie Foxx's Electro, will be part of Sinister Six. But possibly in the future. I mean, I was upset when Mysterio died. I don't think Mysterio should have died, but oh well, what can you do? It's funny. Let's go to another Marvel news. So I watched the Eternals trailer Monday. Now I don't know much know about the Eternals. I just read from the watch on YouTube that like they're created by Celestials to battle the Deviants. The Deviants are like the villains, the opposite of the Eternals. They're the bad guys, the villains, and Eternals are the good guys, the guardians of Earth. Basically, they're the guard, and not interfere in Earth's problems, right? That's the goal. It's just to guide and be around, but not really to interfere. So in this trailer, I didn't feel like I didn't hate it, but I didn't feel like it was a Marvel trailer. Like a typical Marvel movie trailer. I mean, it's great to see Angelina Jolie in it. Kit Harington, Richard Madden. I mean, we know that Gemma Chan's in it. She played Cersei in Captain Marvel, but let's forget about that. She played no, not Cersei. She played I forget the character in who she played in Captain Marvel. She's Cersei in this movie, so she's has a relationship with Richard Madden's character. But Black Bolt is being played by Kit Harington, and apparently there's a love triangle between the three. So Stark family. Yeah, it wasn't hype. So the Stark family. Well, technically, if you watch Game of Thrones, you know that. Well, you know that Robb Stark was died, but apparently in the beginning of Game of Thrones, Robb Stark and Jon Snow, we thought they're half brothers, but it turns out that they're actually cousins, because it turns out the truth about Jon Snow's parents, that he is technically a Stark in a way, like because his mother is a Stark, but that's her mother. His mother is Ned Stark's sister, right? Lyanna Stark, and his father's a Targaryen. So technically, they're not brothers. Him and Mitch and Robb Stark. So they're cousins. They're cousins. But in this movie, they're gonna have a love triangle with Gemma Chan's Cersei character. Yeah. Yeah, Lyanna Stark, yeah. Yeah, you're right. And it's kind of like it was weird seeing Jon Snow, and Daenerys, getting intimate with each other. Then he finds out that they're cousins. Like that, no, they're not cousins. That's his aunt. Yes, his aunt. It's so freaking weird. Yeah, I mean that's Game of Thrones for you, man. technically, technically, he is supposed to be the king, the higher to the supposed to technically get the throne, but they went to a democracy route to at the ending, and that's why a lot of people didn't like the last season, right? So, and Bran Stark becomes the king, and but the North, Winterfell becomes an independent country where Sansa Stark becomes the queen. I think it was Winterfell, right? They become an independent country. Yeah. So yeah. By this trailer, we saw like my thing with the trailer, right? They fight they're rivals of the Deviants. So apparently during the snap, they got their memories erased. I don't know. I don't know how many of them got snapped during the blip, right? With Thanos came to Earth, because they're aware of Thanos. They're aware of Thanos because they mentioned since Iron Man and Steve Rogers stuff, Captain America is gone. Who's gonna lead the Avengers in that? The small ones like I could lead the Avengers, and they all laughed. So they're aware of that. But so apparently, I'm like, so Thanos is deviant. Why did it not help the Avengers fight off Thanos? They're the enemies of the deviants. And I'm like, and some people said, I think they lost their memory somehow. When we went to Earth, they somehow lost their memory. So if that's the case, I hope they explain it in the movie, because if they don't explain it, I'll be like, if they don't explain in the movie how if they lost their memories, and give a good, if it's not memories, but they don't give a good reason, if they don't give a reason why they didn't help up the Avengers fighting Thanos, then I'll be mad, because I found out this week that they're basically the rivals, the enemies of the Deviants, and Thanos is a Deviant. So they gotta give me in the movie. They gotta give me a good reason why. Give me a reason. It doesn't have to be good. It could be just a reason why they didn't help the Avengers fight off Thanos in the Infinity War and in Endgame. Because remember, it's two Thanos. Even though there's technically different Thanos from different timelines, but you get the point, because they both came to Earth, right? So they gotta give me a good reason. A reason, not a good reason. Just give me a reason. Just give me a reason why they didn't help fight off Thanos. Okay, so what do you want to talk about next, man? Let me see. Should I go DC? Yeah, let's go DC, I guess. What should I start DC with? Okay. Let's go Disney again. Let's continue Disney and DC. It's the same thing. You know what I'm talking about here. So, there's this bullshit. Exactly, yeah. Thank you. Just give us something. It doesn't have to be major. Just give us a reason. There's something. There's something why. If it's memory loss, fine. If it's something else that makes sense, fine. If something doesn't make, if it doesn't make sense, I can still buy that. But if they don't give us no reason, then that's a problem. So let's talk Disney and DC. Well, technically this is DC, but I'm Disney. So it came. There's this bullshit rumor. I'm sorry for my swearing. Made a lot of noise that Disney buying DC from Warner Brothers. Because Warner Brothers, they sell off some of that stuff to Discovery, 30%, 70% to 30%. And there's a lot of announcements last week. Excuse me. I'll tell you one thing. When I heard about this, I'm like, nope. This is BS. And I'm sticking to it. This is total BS. Disney is not buying DC. It doesn't matter if it's the comics or the entertainment side of things, which is the animation, the movie side, whatever, the video game side. They're not buying it. Right now, they're in debt, and they can't afford to buy another major asset like DC. Remember, they just bought Fox like 2 years ago. They own Star Wars. They have Marvel. They own ESPN. You know how much stuff they own that you know about? A lot. But they're not buying DC. And that's not happening either. And oh yeah, and we're going to get to Star Wars later. I forgot to put it in my description, but we'll talk about Star Wars. But they're not buying it, guys. Flat out not buying it. Just put a rumor to rest. And some people say it'd be a monopoly if they did buy it. Yeah, they would own the two most powerful comic book companies, but so not a monopoly because there's other comic book companies out there that are not popular like DC. But if you're a comic book fan, you heard of them like Dynamite Entertainment, IDW, I think it's called, Image. You know, there's a lot of them out there. But they would own the two major ones. That's true. That's true. But it's rumors. Put it to rest. I'm gonna put it to rest. It's not happening, and I know 99% of the people that read about this rumor know it's not happening. But this rumor blew out from some source or some person that is not credible. And it blew up the internet. Because Warner Bros. Has been blowing up the internet, especially since the merger last week. And Warner Bros. Is whether it's positive or negative, right? And let me tell you something. I'm all for Snyderverse. I'm all for him to finish his movies. But if you think David Zaslav is gonna be the savior of the Snyderverse, you're too confident. You're too hopeful because I don't see that happening, man. I don't see it happening. And you know what? And let's get some of the other stuff. Let's get to the other Warner Brothers stuff. So they're having a Superman and Batman animated series. Superman's coming back with an animated series. I did not like the picture they used. They made Superman look like a wimp being teased by Lois Lane. I kind of agree with my friend Enosh from Poindexter Lounge on it. And we did compare it to the Batman thing, where Batman looks intimidating, tough. Like Batman. The only thing that's funny about Batman, that picture of Batman, was his ears, the long ears. It looks like he could stab someone with it. But yeah. But I will watch this series. I mean, Superman looks like it's really much. I guess the Superman thing is really for kids. For kids. Unless it's gonna resemble the Harley Quinn thing. Like it's gonna be like Harley Quinn. But that was not a good picture to use for that announcement. A Superman cartoon coming. That was not a good picture to use. I think the tension was alright. I think the tension having a Superman movie with a Superman anime show is okay. But the tension using that picture was not the right picture to use. But the Batman stuff, we got Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams. It's gonna look awesome. I guess it's gonna resemble some of the animated series from the 90s. But they'll probably be a little darker, probably be like newer villains, and obviously they'll have some of the same villains, but there'll probably be some other villains because that when the animated series came out and ended, there's some other villains in the comics and TV shows or whatever the movies got introduced, right? As time went on, so there'll probably be more villains that you didn't see in the animated series from the 90s in this show. And yeah, so with another DC news, Batgirl is getting a movie. I remember there was a movie for Batgirl being announced like in 2016 after BVS. I remember that. And you know who was supposed to direct it? Yeah, Joss Whedon was supposed to direct it, and that didn't happen. Become the, he totally revamped Zack Snyder's Justice League into his shitty version of Justice League 2017. And we all know how we feel about that movie. We all know how we feel about Joss Whedon and his antics and how he treats women in the film industry. But we're getting a Batgirl movie. They said it's supposed to be HBO Max. We don't know. We do not know if it's going to be part of Robert Pattinson's Batman verse or the DCU. You know what? Robert Pattinson's Batman. I think I have a Batman verse in that where we could have him being his Batman, and we could have and eventually Nightwing or Batgirl, and now eventually come in. Maybe they're trying to nail down Robert Pattinson to be like a Tony, like Robert Downey Jr. or Hugh Jackman, because like they did the roles of Wolverine and Tony Stark for like over 10 years. Maybe they're trying to do Robert Pattinson in the Batman verse, because it's clearly, because we know they're gonna be a GCPD show coming to HBO Max, right? And the Batman movie, obviously. So maybe, and we know Commissioner Gordon's in it, so maybe they'll have his daughter, Batgirl, in it, Barbara Gordon. So maybe that will be, maybe that'll be part of that verse, or yeah, it could be part of DCU. I really do prefer the Batman universe. Always been a proponent of a Batman universe in the theater. We're gonna have Batgirl, Nightwing, Batman. Eventually, have a Bat Family movie. We have a movie where all the members of the Bat Family come together, and not necessarily. It would be a Bat Family movie. It wouldn't be, the title would not have Batman in it. It would be something related to the Bat Family. But it's not a bad idea, right? The Marvels are becoming the Marvels. Like, it's not Captain Marvel 2. Something like that. I mean, I thought that was going to happen when they had announced Batgirl in 2016. And they had Nightwing. Remember, Nightwing was being announced by Kristen McKay to do that movie, who did Lego Batman. And of course, Zack Snyder said his Robin was Dick Grayson. So that kind of derailed a lot of that. But more burst. Cancels more movies than they make for the DC verse. But who would be play a good Batgirl? I don't know, man. That doesn't necessarily have to be a redhead. I know a lot of these sites have like 10 best actors that could play a certain character, and most of the time, for 10 as actresses to play for Batgirl, they'll probably have like most of the actresses with red hair or something, have red hair, ginger hair. I think the actresses, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I remember a lot of people wanted Emma Stone at one point. No. I gotta check out Cruella tomorrow and Quiet Place 2. But I don't think Emma Stone's the choice. Anna Taylor-Joy is getting a lot of buzz right now. I don't know about her. Somebody young. I really don't know. Let me look at the list. Let me look at the list here on my phone. Here we go. Here's a list. Here's a list from like 2017. Here we go. Here's a better list. Caitlin Dever. Maybe. Margaret Colley. Don't know who she is. This is a list from 2020. Zoe Dutch. Yeah, possibly. She knows she could be a Batgirl. Sadie Sink. I know who she's from. She's from Stranger Things. But I think she's a little too young. 17-year-old. Yeah, she might be too young right now. Anya Taylor-Joy. Maybe? Yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy. Karen Gillian. Yeah. Karen Gillian knows she could be a Batgirl. Definitely. Alison Brie? No. Kirstie Clemens? No, she's ready to Flash. I'm sorry. Iris? Yuri Shahadi? No. Like, not because... Tillis Mackenzie. Don't know who she is, but maybe. Sophia Lillis. Yeah, from what's that? From the It. Possibly. I mean, I don't know. They probably have somebody in mind already to play Batgirl. Okay. I'm gonna talk about Army of the Dead thoughts. Guys, I'm sorry, but Army of the Dead movie, it's not a bad movie. It's not a great movie. It's an okay movie. Some of the stuff I like. There's some stuff I like. But the dialogue, the writing is not that great. It's not that good. I'm telling you, like, this is not one of Zack Snyder's best films. I'm sorry. It's not one of his best films. And the plot doesn't make sense either. While the visuals and action is fine, the zombie tiger is fine, and having an alpha male and alpha female zombie, I like that. That's smart. Like a super zombie. Like it's, I mean, I've seen it before in other stuff, but I like it. But the dialogue, it's not good. It's one of those movies that does not make sense. If you think about it, they're going to retrieve, try to retrieve 200 million, right, under a vault in a casino, right? But when, as mercenaries, why didn't the guy just say, "Oh, I want you to get this zombie's head"? Just tell them the reason why. Who? Yeah. Okay. So they created a zombie army for the government to use. Yeah. Yes, he's good at. He's good at that stuff. I agree. His writing and storytelling is not exactly the best. It's not exactly one of his strengths. For Superman, Man of Steel, I think it's one of his best storytelling ways. Man of Steel is good. For this movie, this is one of his weak storytelling. You can see his weakness in storytelling, especially in this movie, though. This movie, his storytelling was very weak. There's a lot of people praising this movie like a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I'm just giving this movie a 6 out of 10 because, while I agree the visual cinematography is great, storytelling, which I think is one of the most important things about a movie, and the dialogue is shit as hell. It's bad as hell. And guys, I know you're saying that when he killed his wife because she was turning into zombies. I've seen that before. You know where I've seen that before? This season of Walking Dead, I think it was the last episode of Walking Dead this season with Negan, with his backstory, and his wife, his wife had cancer, and his backstory, how he became so cruel and cold and cruel, and how he became the leader of saviors. But I saw this before with Negan. His wife became a zombie. He had to kill his zombie. He had no daughter, but he had to kill his zombie. Kill his zombie because his wife eventually became a zombie. And the thing is, in Walking Dead, You don't need to be bitten by a zombie to become a zombie. Once you're dead, it's like this, the virus there automatically will turn you into a zombie. But I saw with Negan, if you watch, I think it was the last episode of Walking Dead, you watch Negan's backstory with his wife. And it killed. Apparently he was cheating on her, and she had cancer, and stuff like that. The zombie outbreak already happened, but he was doing whatever it takes to survive. And he became cold, leader of saviors. It's happened. And the thing is, how did that freaking alpha male get from one place to the other place when Batista, his daughter, and the pilot were in the helicopter and they landed? No, where she took Batista to. The pilot took Batista to save the daughter who was rescuing her friend in the building where the zombie Theo Wassi, he was in Sons of Anarchy. If you remember, the guy who was in Sons of Anarchy, the same actor. And I took the alpha male, like, I don't know. Like, I know it's a zombie movie, that's supposed to make sense. And the thing, the beginning of the movie is like, so it's clearly indicating that Area 51 or Roswell, whatever, were doing experiments on zombies or aliens, and somehow, I don't know, they managed to get a dead person to spike with alien DNA and it comes back to life. I need to know more about that. I need to know more. And we know there's going to be a sequel because one of the guys survived, right? In the vault. And we know at the ending in the airplane, he sees himself, he got bit. So we know there's going to be a sequel. And now we know Vegas is contained, but now we know the world is going to have problems and can contain the world, because we all know other stuff that have zombies involved in it. Containment doesn't always work. We know from Resident Evil, containment doesn't work, and we know from Walking Dead, containment doesn't work. And Walking Dead got to a point where space is around, and Resident Evil got to a point where it was like 10 million humans left in the world or something like that. That's in the movies. I don't know what's in the games. What else is there? So I saw a chart. Okay, talk Sony stuff again, but the video game and movie stuff. So Sony, I saw Sony's. They started to release the pictures of the Uncharted movie with Tom Holland, and Mark Wahlberg. Tom Holland's Drake, right? And Mark Wahlberg's Scully, and he had no mustache. It was so weird to me seeing this because I remember Drake Fortunes 3 when Drake was a young kid, and Scully, when he met Scully was still like what, maybe in his 50s at the time, but he had a mustache. It's so weird. I don't know if it's gonna be based on the video game. And there's a young Drake. His brother's not in it. I don't know if it's gonna be like. I don't know if this movie is gonna be totally accurate to the video games. Probably not. Doesn't sound like it, and I don't feel like it's gonna be accurate to the video games. But I want to know if Drake has that charm about him, and that sarcasm about him in this movie that he develops in the show, develops in the game. And yes, there was rumors of a God of War movie happening. Sony declined that God of War movie, so it's not happening. They should make a God of War movie. I would love to see it. Rated R, of course. Can't be PG. God of War has to be rated R. Start from the beginning. Don't make it. Do not make it where he's in Midgard. They can get the God of War for the PS5. Start from ancient Greece. But they're not. But it's been denied. And that won't happen. And also, I think I read somewhere that the next God of War game for the PlayStation 5 is going to be called God of War Ragnarok. Because we all know Ragnarok. If you played God of War 2018 with his son, we all know Ragnarok is getting pushed up earlier than prophesized. Because he murdered was it Baldur, right? And if you know, I don't know, I'm not 100% a specialist on this stuff, but I think in Viking, Norwegian mythology, if Baldur dies, that's when Ragnarok starts to begin. And in the video game, it happens. It kills Baldur, and yeah. What else is there? Okay. Here's the stuff that really got people talking too this week. Powerpuff Girls. You know, Blossom, Buttercup, Bubbles, Professor Utopium, Mojo Jojo. So if you heard, you have to rewrite the pilot because because the CW executives or whatever did not like what they were reading, right? So later on, the leaks came out for that show, for the pilot, and when I read it, I'm like, what the hell is this? What is this, high school stuff? This is not. We're talking about like them walking in on each other about having sex, talking about sex and other high school stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is this stuff? Let's see if I can find it for you guys. I want to share it. Okay. And read it to you guys because it's. Let me see if I can find it for you guys, because you see how ridiculous it is. Okay, here's some stuff. Look at this. Okay, here's some stuff about it. Look at this. Here, okay. Here's a better one. Look. Bubbles. Blossom's fine. Oh my god. Political differences. What the fuck is it? Then here. Wake up or I'll leak your nudes everywhere. What the fuck is it? I worked. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's, oh my god. That's Powerpuff Girls. Glad they're reworking the script, man. I mean, the executives are probably like, whoever they show the script to, they'll be like, what? They're probably like, what the hell is this? Do something better than this. This is not what we want. This is not high school stuff. I have an opinion. I have an opinion here. Powerpuff Girls did not need to be made into a live action show anyway. You know what you should have just done? Redo the cartoon again, and that's it. But not like that. Not high school shit. Cause your target audience, man, I don't fuck. It's terrible. And other news, and I'm gonna do, I don't know, Robert Pattison, and I have Star Wars news. Robert Pattison signed a kind of a deal with Warner Bros. For future projects or whatever. Influence, like what Margot Robbie has that kind of deal. Robert Pattison, so that means they're high on Robert Pattison, like they are high on Margot Robbie. And J.J. Abrams said Star Wars. He said he admitted that Star Wars should have a better story for the sequels. True, because second, Last Jedi really kind of botched the whole storyline, and he had to kind of fix it in Rise of Skywalker. But let's see what else is there, guys. So where's the Sony stuff? Oh, here's something to look forward to. This is IGN, okay. Here's Sony. We'll look over the Sony stuff. I didn't watch it, so we'll go over it. New game from Sony. There we go. Sega announced that Sonic Team, which has previously released Sonic Generations and Sonic Forces, has begun to work on a new main Sonic game. A teaser trailer above revealed that the game will arrive in 2022 for PlayStation 5, PS4, Xbox Series X, S, and Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and the PC. No other information was revealed, but okay. Now it's Sonic. So we're getting a Sonic game next year. Sonic Colors. Okay. This is great. Sonic's Origins complication announced because of Sonic's 30 years anniversary. Sega announced Sonic Origins complication of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, Sonic 3, and Knuckles and Sonic CD. Yeah, that's good. I like this. Now, here's something I want to talk to you. Okay. IGN's 32 films. I look forward to. Okay, let's go. Here's to the list. Cruella, that's tomorrow, guys. Cruella, of course. Quiet Place, that's tomorrow. The Conjuring, next week. The Devil Made Me Do It. Awake. In the Heights. The Misfits. The Hitman's Wife Bodyguard. Luca. Good on Paper. F9. Yeah, of course. The Ice Road. Werewolves Within. Who's a star? America. The Motion Picture. Tomorrow War. Oh, yeah. Zola. Forever Purge. Marvel's Black Widow. Space Jam. Snake Eyes. Old. Jungle Cruise. Stillwater. The Green Knight. Suicide Squad. Free Guy. Respect. Don't Breathe 2. Demonic. The Night House. Let me see. Night House. Your Protege. Candyman. He's All That. That's pretty much all the movies. This summer, a lot of movies coming out, guys. Go check them out. I'm gonna check out a lot of movies too, but I can't go to theaters right now. But hopefully soon, it's later in the summer. Guys, I want to see some of these movies, man, in theaters. They have to be seen. And so, okay. Okay. I'm gonna end the show very soon, but okay. How about this? I'm gonna show you guys. It'll be Larson stuff. Animal Crossing.
So I heard about it from Brene Brown's podcast, Unlocking Us, and their conversation was so fascinating. I immediately bought this book, Burnout: The Secret to Unlocking the Stress Cycle. Okay, Consolations by David White is just always with me. It's such a special book. And of course, the true queen, Mariah, because I can never get enough of my pop stars and my divas. I can never know enough about them. They are my true love and obsession. She actually sent me this copy. I've just loved getting to hear her story. There's so much that I didn't know about her life. All right, what about movies? Listen, I have a subscription to the Criterion channel. Yes, I do watch really difficult foreign language films that I feel incredible and proud of myself for watching and being able to reference. But the truth is, all I really want to watch is this. Because my best friend Jessie Ennis got me almost the complete collection of Mary-Kate and Ashley movies. And my hot take, they were the originators of everything we're doing today. Everything that I'm doing now is because of them. They walked so I can run. TV shows. My favorite TV shows right now are The Office. I can't stop watching it. I'd love to watch another TV show, but I just can't. I'm addicted to it. I don't know what to say. I also love Last Chance U. I mean, important story, beautiful people. Anybody from Last Chance U is watching this. I just care so much about you. Thank you. You've made me cry, most likely. I really do like the reboot of The Mighty Ducks. I like Pen 15, WandaVision, I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Those were both super bomb. But to be honest, it usually just comes back down to The Office. Sue me. With all of that, whether I'm watching a movie, TV show, reading a book, playing video games, most important part are the snacks. I don't make these rules. So a couple of my favorite snacks right now, which I grabbed them from the pantry and realized that I'm shaken to my...
Be right back. Sorry about that. I had to go for a second there. That's why I had to get rid of that screen. And yeah. Of course, Brie Larson were like Falcon and Winter Soldier in WandaVision. Of course she would say that because she has to. Was she gonna say no? She doesn't like them? Of course she has to say that. She's part of the same universe. And before I go. That's right. The Rock. I got this in Tuesday. I was doing my wrestling show and I got this in Tuesday, so I couldn't show it on my show because I didn't get it. I wasn't able to bring it up yet. So yeah, The Rock. Now let's stop this. Now, I hope I don't get copyrighted for that shit. And let's bring another one in. No, I can't do that. I'll do something like this. Becky Lynch. It's her theme music. I also got this also on Tuesday. And next week, Stone Cold. I'm getting Stone Cold next week. Yeah, Stone Cold, man. Yeah. I'll put back this Becky Lynch one. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, so, yeah, okay. So I guess my show is done. Yeah, I think my show is done. Alright. So, yeah. My show is done. So, that's my wrestling Funkos. Becky Lynch and The Rock. Getting Stone Cold next week. That's just a preview, because tomorrow, I'm going to show you the hobbies I collect. And those are Funkos. Not just The Rock. Not just that. Not just wrestling. I got Joker. Funkos. Some action figures. Whoops. Joker action figure. Let's see. Sport cards and Pokemon cards. There's Pokemon cards. I got sport cards, baseball, and Pokemon. I got football and hockey. I'm gonna show you guys that. Wrestling DVDs. This is WCW Nitro. NXT. I'm gonna show you more. I have a whole box full of wrestling DVDs. This is one of my favorites. It's one of my best generations ever. NXT. Let's see what else. Just a minute. Comic book. Right? Comic book. And I'll be right back. Just a minute. Of course, video games. I got video games here. Sports books. This is a book on the rivalry between Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. This is a basketball book. I mostly got baseball, but yeah, there's some wrestling. So I'll be showing you some of the good stuff tomorrow. This stuff. And then later this weekend, I'm doing a prediction show for AEW's Double or Nothing. I think I might do that Saturday, not Sunday. And then tomorrow, oh yeah, I gotta do Why We Love Sports. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a Why We Love Sports show tomorrow, and a Double or Nothing. I might just make a video. So yeah, for that.
Too sweet! Sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!
So that's what I think about you guys. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Tell your friends about this channel. And join me in live chat next time. I'll see you Saturday for maybe Why We Love Sports. And I don't know about... And should I do a live show for Double or Nothing? Prediction show? I'm thinking about it. But yeah. I can't do a Sunday. I got a Blue Jay game to watch. Maybe I could do it after the game. Depends when after the game. If it ends at 4, I'll do it. Or I'll just make a video. But yeah, come check me out. And that's what I think about you guys. Too sweet. Take care, everybody. And have a good day. And yeah.